Hey everybody, Frank Kern here. Hope you're well. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through the client-centric model, which is a very simple, friendly, and dependable way to get clients for your coaching business, your consulting business, or your professional services business. So if you're a lawyer or a CPA or a social media manager or a copywriter or a coach or a consultant of any kind, this video is going to show you a great way to get clients that just works over and over again. So I think you're really going to like it. And another thing I think you're going to like is a surprise, and that is I've got a $3,997 training that I would like to give to you today, absolutely free. Before I show you this client-centric model, let me show you what I'm giving you for free. If you were to go to my homepage, frankkern.com, and click on products here, you would see this product right here. It's called the Client Acquisition System, and it's sold on my site for almost $4,000, and it walks you through an in-depth way to automate and systemize what I'm about to show you. And what I'm about to show you is the client-centric model. So I'm going to walk you through that right now. And if at the end of this video you want this for free, well, stick around. I'll show you how you can just have it. So without further ado, let me show you how to get some clients. The client-centric model, this is the friendliest and most dependable way I've ever seen to actually attract and convert high-paying clients to our types of business. And there's 6 steps. The first one is, of course, we get some traffic. Those are people who are going to come to a web page. And in this case, we want to send them to a web page with an opt-in to get something for free. So typically, if you send them to a page that says, hey, I'm a coach or I'm a consultant, click here to give me some money, that's not going to work. We're going to need to build a little bit of trust and help them in advance, and then we'll get them as clients. But we can accelerate that and make it happen a lot faster with something that's called an irresistible intrigue offer. So your prospect sees that and they respond to it, and that leads to them actually qualifying themselves to you. So what this means is they know exactly what you do, they know exactly how much you charge, and they say, will you please help me? Once that happens, it's now your job to close them, to demonstrate the value of what you have to offer and actually get them to become a client. And during that, we use something I'll teach you today called the collaborative close. And of course, if that goes well, the final step is they pay you. So what I want to do is I'm just going to walk you through these 6 steps here. It's very, very simple, and I think once you finish this video, you'll be able to utilize a lot of what you learned. So let's start with traffic. I know there's a billion ways you could get traffic to your website, but really there are 3 main sources of traffic that actually work consistently and dependably. Not surprisingly, the first one is Facebook. You've probably seen ads for my consulting book all over Facebook. You probably actually got the book as a result of seeing me on Facebook. You probably see lots of other people's ads on Facebook. That's because it works. You can actually target people based on how much money they make, based on where they live, their gender, their marital status, even what they do for a living. So even though it might seem like the only people who are on Facebook are a bunch of kids just playing like weird video games or whatever, actually billions of people are on Facebook, and you can target your customers there as well. The second place is Google, but I don't mean the search engine Google. I mean Google properties like Yahoo and Gmail and what's called their content network. That's where you can see banner ads. You've probably seen my videos that sell my consulting book on YouTube. You've probably seen in your inbox, in your email, if you're a Gmail user, ads of mine that are put there by Google offering you some of my services. That's what I mean when I say Google. They've gotten very, very simple to use. And the third one is good old-fashioned direct mail. Now, because you're watching this online, I'm going to assume you're an internet person, and probably these are your main focuses of interest. Well, I'm here to tell you they both work very, very well. These are the ones, the big 3 that really, really work well for me. So we want to get traffic, but we don't want to just send them to a page that says, I'm a consultant or a coach, give me money. Instead, the first thing we want to do is we want to generate leads, and we do that by giving someone a compelling offer for free information, also known as sending them to an opt-in page that gives them something for free. So the simplest marketing strategy ever is the one that works best, and here it is. You just give away a free how-to report in exchange for their email address and permission to contact them. And seriously, that is literally all there is to it, at least in this one little step. So the question becomes, okay, well, I've heard about that, but what do I give away specifically as it relates to getting actual clients and real people who want to pay me what I'm worth? Well, it's pretty simple. The first thing you want to do is figure out what their biggest desired result is. So you find out what the big thing is as it relates to what you can provide, what their biggest desired result is, and then once you know that, you bang out a quick report listing the steps they can take to move towards that goal. And when I say a quick report, I don't mean a novel. I don't mean something that you slave over like you used to have to do in high school. I mean like 5 or 6 pages just showing them the basics and the main things that they need to do to get where they want to go. For example, let's say you're a coach and you help people find their perfect match. You help people get in that perfect relationship they've always wanted. Well, your free report can simply be 7 steps to finding an amazing girlfriend, right? Very, very basic. Now, let's also say that you're helping small businesses grow by getting referrals. That's what they want. So you help maybe dentists grow their practice with more referrals. You could have a report that says 5 unusual ways to get more referrals. Or let's say you're a realtor. Or rather, you're a consultant and you help realtors. You want to help realtors get more listings and sell more houses. You can create a report that says how to sell more houses without working weekends. The bottom line is these need to be quick to read, very simple for your user to consume, and something that it's very easy for you to create. And there's a formula for actually getting them made, but just know this is what you give away. Very simple, basic reports that are easy for your prospect to read. So here's part 1 of our process. The first thing we do is we place an ad on like Facebook or Google or whatever, and it might look like this. So here's a classic formula that I use in my Facebook ads. Yeah, as you can see, there's a headline right up here. It says, attention headline readers, and then there's a little picture of me, and now it says, new body copy reveals offer and benefits. Click here to see an opt-in page. Very, very simple formula. When they click on that, now they are on an opt-in page, and this is giving away the report. And as hideous as this is, I made this myself, by the way, in Keynote, as basic and dumb looking as this layout, from my testing and the testing of people that I know, this layout is the winning layout to get the most opt-ins for your traffic. Isn't that crazy? As a matter of fact, let me give you an example. So I'm sure you know Brendan Burchard, multiple New York Times best-selling author, just total powerhouse in the world of personal development. He sent me this page and he said this is his #1 best converting page of all time. And notice that it has the same layout. You've got a headline right here, a graphical representation of the report, and then the opt-in form. This one is from my friend Dean Jackson, who you may know. He co-hosts the wildly popular podcast I Love Marketing, also at ilovemarketing.com. And he helps realtors, and this is his biggest winner for opt-in pages. Follows the formula perfectly. You've got a little graphical representation of the thing that they're getting, headline, and the little email box. So good news is you don't have to have any idea what you're doing in order to make good-looking pages like this. There's all kinds of tools you can use that just have templates that are ready to go, from lead pages to ClickFunnels to Unbounce to Megaphone app to Optimize Press. They're all great. Whichever one you like best is the one you should use. But here's where we are. Okay, so we're getting traffic. That's thing 1. We get some Facebook traffic from ads, or we send traffic from Google, or if you want to go crazy, you can send direct mail. We drive that traffic to a very basic opt-in page. That page is just giving away the free report, how to do the big thing they want to do. And remember, it doesn't need to be a PhD level dissertation. I'm talking 5 pages, very simple for them to consume. They don't want to read a novel right now. They just want the big picture, okay? So you've probably heard of these concepts before, but the next concept is something that is unique to our types of businesses for attracting interested prospects who want you to help them. And that's a process called the irresistible intrigue offer, right? The irresistible intrigue offer. And it's just a few steps to this. So I'm going to go over the steps on how you do it. Then I'll help you script it, okay? So you could do this in a video sales letter. You could do it on a webinar. You could do it in an actual sales letter, like a long-form sales letter on a web page. How you present the offer doesn't matter. It's the structure, the framework, okay? So there's multiple steps. The first step is to offer your help for free. Your second step is to explain the benefits of your help, exactly how they're going to benefit from you helping them for free. Now, of course, psychologically, they're going to be saying, why in the world would this person be offering to help me for free? So you're going to do the unthinkable and be right up front and honest with them. You're going to explain exactly why you're doing it. You know, I'm a consultant and I'm doing this to get clients. Of all things. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to eliminate sales fear, because their natural reaction is going to be, oh my gosh, this person's going to try to sell me something that's going to be terrible. I don't want anything to do with it. So we want to overcome and eliminate that. And there's a very friendly way to do that. And our next part is where we really start getting cool and very unique to this process. This is where we create irresistibility and intrigue through something called extreme risk elimination and reversal. And I'll show you what that means and script it for you here in just a second. Our next step is to provide some takeaway. So when you do that irresistibility, they're all going to want it. So now it's time for you to have them chasing you. You want them to pursue you, not the other way around, right? So then we have something called the takeaway that leads to the client qualifying themselves to you, saying, here's why you should choose me as a client. And then finally, they can become your client. So these are all the steps. So I know that's a lot. Let me walk you through each one and show you exactly how to do it. So let's say that we are a consulting company and we want to help realtors. We want to help realtors who sell high-end properties, and we want to help them sell more. So that's our job, right? So we're going to make this offer to our realtor prospects. So they've come, they've opted in, they've gotten the report, how to sell more houses without working on weekends or whatever it is. And now it's time for us to present them with this irresistible intrigue offer framework. So our first step is to offer help for free. And it's very simple. We simply ask a question like this. In our example, we would say, would you like me to give you a plan to double your listings every month for free? That's it. That's the entire first step. Now, if we're putting that offer to the right person, of course they're going to be interested. They're not immediately going to say, of course, here's all of my money, but it does its job, which is to get their attention and cause them to be receptive to the next sentence, which is our step number 2. This is where we explain the benefits of our help. So in this example, we might write 2 entire sentences. We might say, I'm happy to help you design a custom marketing plan for your territory, help you identify your perfect target market of prospective home sellers, and show you how to have them coming to you, asking you to sell their houses for them. This way, you'll be able to get more listings without having to talk to tire kickers or unrealistic people who want to waste your time. That's it. 2 sentences. But what we're doing is we're building the value of that help, right? We're really explaining specifically how we're going to help them for free. So naturally, our prospect is going to be arms folded, highly skeptical, thinking, well, why in the world? What's the catch, right? And where you're going to be different, and what makes this, one of the things that makes this so special, is that we're just blatantly upfront with them about the fact that we want to get them as clients. So we do the unthinkable, which is to tell the truth without hesitation. We say, in step number 3, we explain why we're doing this. And here's my sample script. We would say something like, I offer this free service because I'm a consultant specializing exclusively in helping luxury real estate agents attract and secure more listings and sales. And there's a good possibility your market has a large pocket of underserved luxury homeowners who would be very responsive to the marketing plan I'll be giving you for free. And if you find the plan I create for you valuable, you might wish to become a client. If this is the case, my rates start at $48.60 per month. Oh my God, can you believe it? They're going to run away in droves. I know that's what a lot of people who watch this will think. They'll think, oh, well, I just told them I'm going to sell them something. Of course they're going to run away. And you know what? Some will, and that's great, because why would you want to talk to anyone who doesn't want to become a client? So we're doing 2 things. Number 1, we're immediately being different because we're right up front and honest. Number 2, we're filtering out all of the time wasters. But we can't just now say, okay, so book a time to talk and let's go. We really need to sell them on this. So your prospect, always put yourself in the shoes of your prospect. Your prospect right now, in this example, their arms are going to be crossed tighter than ever. They're going to be thinking, oh, wait, it sounds good. It might even be good, but this is probably, they're going to try to sell me something. It's going to be horrible. He's going to call me 9 million times. Yeah, I don't want to deal with it. Forget about it. And they're not going to pay attention. So how do we fix it? It's simple. Step number 4, we eliminate sales fear by once again telling the truth. We say, with that said, please understand that I'm not offering you a sales pitch in disguise. I promise not to pressure you or pester you in any way at all. In fact, if you feel I've wasted even 1 second of your time, that's it. That's 3 sentences. We're simply telling them, we're reassuring them, listen, you're not going to get on the phone with some boiler room. I'm a real person. I'm going to help you. I'm not going to waste your time. By the way, I'm going to tell you exactly what to do during your conversation in this video. But what you're doing is you're just letting them know, look, I understand where you're coming from. This isn't like that. But are they going to say, oh, okay, well, you promise it's not a sales pitch and let me schedule a time right now? Probably not. We still have to demonstrate that we're going to provide value in advance. And we do that with this next step. This is step number 5, which is irresistibility and intrigue with risk elimination and reversal. And here's where the rubber meets the road. We say, if you feel I've wasted even 1 second of your time, let me know and I'll immediately write you a check for $50 to compensate you for the 45 minutes we spend together. Now, boom, right there, now they're interested, right? Because they're intensely curious. They're very intrigued, and they find this irresistible. They're thinking, well, okay, they're going to help me for free. Yeah, I know that they want to get me as a client, and maybe I will, maybe I won't, I probably won't. Their arms are still crossed, but gosh, I mean, it says right here that if I think it wasn't any good, they'll write me a check. I'm interested. I think I'm going to give it a try, right? Are they all going to say this? No, but plenty of them will. So here's where now the rubber really meets the road. Now it's our job to have them pursuing you, okay? We don't want to be saying, yeah, please take my call. I'll pay you if you think I wasted your time. No, instead, we put that out there, and then we start to take it away. And the way we do it is beautiful. Let me script it for you. We say, but before we go further, you need to know that I can't help everyone. I can only be of benefit to realtors who are, and guess what we do here? We start listing the perfect criteria of your ideal client, right? Because why would you ever want to talk to anyone about doing business together if they weren't a perfect match for you? So you just list your criteria right there. So I'll make up some. I'll say, all right, before we go further, you need to know that I can't help everyone. I can only be a benefit to realtors who are well respected in their markets, willing to advertise, able to sell the listings I help them get. Now, that's an example. Whatever your criteria is, list it. I wouldn't list 20 things. I'd list maybe 3 really important things, and that's it. So our next step now is to get them to qualify themselves to you. You say, here's what to do next. Schedule a planning session with me by simply clicking the link below. You'll see a form with a few questions about your business and what you're looking to accomplish. Once I have that information, I'll do some market research for you and set up a time to go over it together. And that's it. Interested people fill in a little questionnaire. You're able to review the questionnaire and talk to the ones that you deem worthy of your time. So here's what this process gets you. As simple as it is, it's extremely powerful. Because here's what you get. First of all, you're getting a targeted group of highly responsive prospects who know what you have to offer, they know how much you charge, and they are literally asking you to help them now, right? How perfect can that be? Not only are they asking you to help them now, but they're actually going through the trouble of filling out information about themselves. Now they're jumping through hoops to pursue you. Look, they wouldn't be asking you to help them if they weren't interested in becoming your client. They know how much you charge. They know exactly what you do. They know the deal in advance. See, this is why we're able to get clients in my business. We're not great salespeople. We're just really upfront with people before we ever talk to them, and we only talk to the ones we think we can really help. And that's why our sales conversions are high. That's why our business works really, really well, is because we use this process. So what do you do if they say, yes, let's talk, right? I know you got to be wondering, like, how do you avoid blowing that? And God forbid, how do you avoid, like, doing such a bad job they ask you for some money at the end or something, okay? Well, there's several ways you can do it. Here is my personal approach, and this is the direct approach. So let me kind of give you the big picture. So to go back a minute, we placed an ad, right? And the ad, it says, hey, go here to get a free report. And then we send them to a web page, right? All right, so very simple, opt in to get your free report, and then after they opted in, we gave them the report, and eventually, it could even be immediately, we presented them with this irresistible intrigue offer. And by the way, what you see there is a screenshot of a letter that I have used, or a variation of this letter, for now going on 6 years to generate 7 figures worth of business on an annual basis. That letter follows this exact same method. I also have made the irresistible intrigue offer in video as well. So I've taken the same framework I just gave you with the same ad, same opt-in page, and then I just did a video. The exact same thing I did in the letter, I just tested it with video to see if it would work with me talking to them instead of typing, talking. Worked great, right? I've done it in webinars as well. Same thing. They opt in to get a free report. They go to a web page. They get the free report. Then I invite them on a webinar. I teach them some stuff on the webinar. At the end of the webinar, I do the irresistible intrigue process. It doesn't matter the way you do it. It's the framework. It doesn't matter if it's a video or if it's a sales letter on a web page or if you do it on a webinar or if you do it from stage. It's that framework I showed you. But what happens when they say, yeah, let's talk, right? I mean, that's really where the rubber meets the road. That's where it's time to close them. And more importantly, don't screw it up, okay? So how do you do that? Well, let's talk about it. Here's my personal approach. My prospects go through the same irresistible intrigue process I showed you just now. I offer to tell them how to generate massive products immediately, and then I offer them money if they think I've wasted their time. And by the way, no one I've ever spoken to in my business has ever said, please give me the penalty for wasting my time, ever. And I've been using this approach for 3 consecutive years. Actually 4. I started doing it in 2012. So when they request an appointment to talk to me, they fill out a little form with some questions. There's nothing to it. It's maybe 5 or 6 questions. I ask them things like, what's their website? How big is their list? What's last year's sales volume, sales goals? All that stuff. And when I get it, I don't talk to every single person who fills out an application. I only schedule appointments with people after I've read their answers, checked them out, and determined that I can help them. So before I ever talk to them, I know they're legit, and I know exactly how I'm going to help them, right? So I'm not on the phone messing around. I've already won the battle before I stepped in the ring because I've done my homework. And people who are not qualified and whose business I don't think I can help, I don't talk to them. I say, hey, you know what? I looked over your stuff and I don't think I'm your guy. Thanks so much for reaching out, but let me refer you somewhere else, or let me give you some free materials or whatever. But I don't engage with them if I can't help them. It's pointless. I don't want their money if I can't help them. So that's the big thing number one. Big thing number two is if you do talk to them, what do you say? How do you actually help them, and how do you avoid having a sales script and being a telemarketer and doing all that stuff that sucks? Okay, well, the method is called the collaborative close. And this is exactly how you do it. So you can do it over the phone. You could do it on Skype. It doesn't really matter. You could do it in person. We actually do it on GoToWebinar because we have illustrations and we break down sales processes for people and diagram things for them. It's really, the sky is the limit. The framework is all that matters, right? It's not necessarily the words. It's the framework I'm about to show you. So let me show it to you now. So before I do, remember, these people have asked you to call them. These are very hot leads who need and want your help. So I'm not advocating you just cold call people or do any of that kind of telemarketer type stuff. I mean, you tell them what you do, you tell them how much you charge before they ever talk to you, and then basically you're going to demonstrate you can help them by helping them. And there's a formula to it. So you really close your sales on the phone or in person by not selling, as strange as it sounds. Basically, in this process, all you want to do is demonstrate you can help them, like I said, by actually helping them. And then if they like that, say, hey, do you want me to keep helping you? And a lot of them say yes. So here's how you do it, okay? I'm going to give you a scripted structure now to follow. So you might want to take a note or two, or just get the class that really walks you through this for free. I'll tell you how in a minute. All right, so first thing we do is we want to do something called collaborative bridge building. And there's a couple steps to it. Step number one, you want to find out where they want to be. Step number two, you want to find out where they are now, and then you ask questions to lead them toward the right steps that they need to take. And finally, based on their answers, you help them formulate a plan, right? So if we were to draw it out, it would look like this. On the left, you find out where they are. On the right, you find out where they want to be. And then your job during that conversation is to help them, metaphorically, build that bridge to get there. Help them come up with a plan. So it's all about asking the right questions. All right, so let me walk you through it. Here's the scripting. So in step number one, let's say I had a business and the person wanted me to help them, and I reviewed their application. I thought I could probably do a pretty good job. The first thing I would do is I would have done the first step. I'd say, where are you now and where do you want to be? Right? So with that knowledge, let's say they told me they were at $1 million and they wanted to be at $2 million. So I might say, okay, you're at $1 million and you want to be at $2 million. How many customers are you getting per month right now? Now, why would I ask that question? Well, the reason why is because for me personally, when I help people do this kind of stuff, in terms of grow their businesses for clients, I don't really have an unlimited bag of tricks of things that I do to help them. One of the biggest things I do is I say, oh, good Lord, you're getting all these customers. We could sell them more stuff. But if you come right out to a prospect and say, hey, I know exactly what you need to do, sell your customers more stuff, they're not going to be as receptive. It needs to be their idea, as crazy as this is. So what I'm going to give you right now is an example of me leading them to the conclusion that, oh my gosh, I should sell more stuff to my customers. So here it is. So first thing, I've already checked them out. I know they need to sell more stuff to their customers. So I'm saying, hey, you're at $1 million and you want to be at $2 million. How many customers are you getting per month right now? And then they might tell me, okay? And then I might say something like, that's interesting, okay. Well, do you think there's an opportunity to sell more to your existing customer base? Now notice I didn't say, dude, you're crazy, you need to sell more stuff, right? Don't do that. Instead, I'm just going to ask them a leading question. Do you think there's opportunity to start selling more to your existing customer base? And of course, they're going to say yes, right? If they say no, I move on to something else. But if in the event they say yes, which they probably will, I might say, you're probably right. I wonder, I don't know. What do you think they'd like to buy the most, right? And then they might say, well, it probably, I'll give you an example, all right? So let's say the person's selling tires, okay? And he's getting 1,000 customers a month, right? And I say, hey, do you think they'd like to buy other stuff? And he's like, you know what? They would. The thing they want to buy the most is rims. So I might say, well, what do you know? Okay. What do you think would happen if we offered that? All right. And he might tell me. And he might say something like, well, I think we'd probably get 50% of them to buy these rims. And I might say something, well, that's interesting. Now, I'd be taking notes the whole time. Here, let me go back a slide here. I'd be taking notes the whole time. I'd say, what do you think would happen if we offered those rims? And he said, I think we get 50% of these customers every month to buy rims. I'd say, okay. Now, he told me he's getting 1,000 customers a month. 50% of them means 500. I'd start doing math. Not out loud yet. I'd be writing it down on paper. So I'd say, okay, well, that's 500. I say, well, what's the profit margin on a sale of these rims? He'd go, well, it's $300. So then I'd start multiplying 500 new sales by 300, and I'm already in my mind saying, okay, we just increased that guy's business by as much as $150,000 a month. I'm not going to mention it yet. I'm just making notes on a little piece of paper. Then I'm going to ask him some more questions. I might say something like, what does your current sales process look like? And then I'd shut up and he'd tell me. He'd say, well, I got people, they come to my website and they buy these tires and that's about it. And I might say something like, well, you said they'd like to buy other stuff. Is there anything else besides those rims that they might like to buy? And you say, you know what? As a matter of fact, there is. A lot of people want to buy tire cleaner or maintenance or something. So I might say something like, well, do you think it'd be more effective if we added that tire cleaner package as a one-click upsell to your offer? And he'd say, yeah. They might say, well, how many of them do you think would buy every month? He'd say, well, about 25%. I say, that's around 250 people. He'd say, yeah. And I'd say, well, how much, profit is in each one of them? He'd say, well, it's not much. It's maybe $20 or $25 worth of profit. No, I'm doing the math, right? I'm doing it on a piece of paper. I'm saying, okay, we're making $25 per additional sale. He's telling me we're going to get 250 of them a month. I know that's over $6,000 a month. So I'm not bringing it up yet. I'm just writing it down on my little sheet of paper. I'm going to use it later. Okay, and I'm going to keep on asking questions. I'm not going to ask him a million questions. Usually I like there to be about 2 or 3 big things to do to really move the needle for the guy. Otherwise, you're going to overwhelm him. So then I might say, well, what happens if someone comes to your website and they don't buy right away? How does that usually work? And say, well, it's funny you mentioned that. Well, usually for every one order, we're going to have 10 people that'll start to order and then they'll leave. That's called cart abandonment, by the way. And I'll say, okay, so they're filling out step 1 of the shopping cart and then they're just never entering their payment details. And he'd say, yeah, that's exactly right. And I might say, well, what do you think would happen if we automatically emailed them a special coupon to use when they're completing the order so we could go ahead and get that sale? And then he would tell me, right? So I might do that. Just 2 or 3 big things. I'm not going to ask him 9 million questions. It's really the most important things that are really going to give this person the most help. And when I'm done, I've made little notes of all of his answers, and more importantly, I've made little notes about what he tells me those answers mean, right? So if we sell the rims, for example, that's an extra $150,000 a month. He's telling me we're making $25 profit margin for each of these tire cleaning kits, and he's thinking you can sell an extra 250 of them as a one-click upsell. I'm writing all that down, and I'm doing the math. So our next phase of this is really simple. Now it's time to tell him what to do, and it's really important to do this right. So if I can really help you with one thing in terms of closing your prospects here, this would be it. Wait till the end of your conversation to give this prescription and make sure that the prescription is also his idea. You're building it together. The reason why is if they contribute to this plan, they're going to be more attached to the plan. They're going to see more value in something that's also their idea. Okay, so that's why you want to do this. So the way I present this is I've asked them all these questions and I use a little formula here. Actually, let me give it to you. I'll say, based on what you've told me, X, right? So in this case, for this example, I say, based on what you've told me, it sounds like we should generate immediate cash by offering rims to your customers. You mentioned you thought we could sell 500 seats per month at $300 profit margin. Does that sound about right? And he'll say, yeah. And because why is he going to say yes, by the way? Because he already said yes. It was his idea. I just sort of asked him the questions. Now, if it's a big number like that, I'll do the math. I'll say, well, I just want to do this math right. Are you sure? I mean, this is, it sounds like a good idea to me. I just want to make sure I'm not oversimplifying it. 500 sets of these at $300 profit each is an extra $150,000 per month. Does that sound right to you? And now he's either going to say yes or he'll back off of it. He'll say, well, you know what, actually, maybe we can't do that. Maybe it's less. I'll say, and if he says it's less, I'll say, well, do you think maybe 75, 50? What do you think? Now, remember, our services are not that expensive, comparatively speaking, right? So we're under $10,000 a month for our service. So it's a no-brainer regardless. So he might say, okay, actually, conservatively, I think it might be 50,000. I'll say, okay, no problem. I'm not going to argue with him. I want him to tell me. I'm going to do it again. I'll say, based on what you also said, it sounds like we could add the tire cleaning kit is a one-click upsell, and my notes here say that you think we'll sell about 250 of them at a $25 profit margin each. Does that sound about right? And I'll say, yeah, it sounds about right. And I'll do the math. I'll say 250 times $25, and that's $6,250. I say, well, you know what? It's not as exciting as $150,000, but it's still an extra $6,250. That's, that's almost whatever, $80,000 a year. It's better than a poke in the eye, don't you think? They'll say, yeah, man, shit, 6,200, right? And then I'll just keep doing that with 3 or 4 things. I'll say, but then, going forward, you could automatically email everyone who abandons their carts and send them a coupon so they'll complete their order. Like, yeah, exactly, right? So I just prescribe everything back that he told me, but I really give him a concrete example of what that means to him, right? So I just clearly said, okay, this is a $150,000 increase based on what you told me. This is a $6,250 monthly increase based on what you told me, right? So he told me the value already. I'm just reiterating that. So the next part is closing. Okay, and this is where you really want to be careful here. And you want to be careful just to be friendly about it and not make it feel like a close. So I like to keep it very light. And this is a super simple formula for this. So what I say is I'm really relaxed, really casual. And I say, well, does this sound like a pretty good plan to you? And I say it exactly like that. On the screen here, you see I wrote, does this sound like an effective plan to you? But I don't really talk like that. I talk normal. So I'd say, well, cool, man. Well, does this sound like a pretty good plan to you? Just like that. And of course, the person's going to say, yes, it sounds like a good plan because they helped me come up with it. And because, damn it, it is a good plan, right? I knew it was a good plan going in. I just helped him create the plan with me so he would be more attached to it. And this is important. Even if we don't do business together, I want him to carry on this plan because I really want to help this person. I know if I help him, he's coming back to me no matter what. But most of the time, they're going to want to do business with you anyway because you did this right. So now he says yes. That's phase number 1 of this little close. And now we just have one more little question, and that's the actual closing part itself. And, this is where people get nervous, right? And so your buyer might start to get nervous because he thinks you're about to put the hardcore close on him, and you might like to get a little bit nervous. In fact, I do. So I like to joke around and say, well, are you ready for my high-pressure sales pitch? And I say it just like that so he knows I'm kidding. And the person says, well, yeah, okay. And I say, okay, here goes. Would you like me to help you implement that plan? And I just stop talking. That's it. And at that point, they're going to say yes or they're going to say no. So if they say no, this never like, no, and I'm mad at you, and I hate you, and I never want to do business with you. In the event they're going to say no, it's usually going to be something really friendly like, oh, I'm going to need to think about it, or I'm going to need to talk to my partner, or whatever. And you know what? And that I really don't try to close them. I'll say, okay, great. Is there anything else I can help you with? And they'll say no or yes or whatever, and then I'll just go ahead and end the call, and it's very friendly, and there's no pressure at all. And the ones who say yes, I say, great, cool, okay, here's how it works, here's how we're going to get started, and I'll go ahead and I'll take the payment information right there, and we'll go ahead and get started, and they'll become clients. So it's really simple, really friendly, zero pressure, zero weirdness. But that's it, right? So we don't do any of that back and forth car dealer stuff. Nobody likes that. You don't want to do that. You don't want anyone to do it to you, right? Well, we don't do it here either. So this method I showed you is extremely simple, but literally this very same approach, this whole irresistible intrigue offer, this entire collaborative close method, the whole thing is what we personally use in my office right now today to generate 100% of our high-end sales. It's very simple. And here's the deal. Coaching, consulting, service provision, like what we do, automation, all that stuff. All these businesses, they're so lucrative and they can be stress-free and fun and it's very respectable. And it's just a great thing to have in your business. And if you would like me to give you my complete blueprint and help you create your dream practice, I'd be delighted to help you do it. And I'd love to do it for free. So like I promised you, I'm literally giving you my 6-week client acquisition system class. It's a 6-week class. It's where I work with you and show you exactly how to generate leads, turn them into clients, and ensure your clients get great results and they're happy. So ideally, what I've designed the class to do, and I hope this is successful with you, because what I want it to do is for you to get paying clients before the 6 weeks is even over. And like I said, the class is called Client Acquisition System. This class, you can have it today for free. The reason why is it's a bribe to get you to try something. I'll tell you about the bribe, but listen, let me tell you about this class. It's awesome. Like you saw on my website earlier at the beginning of this video, this class sells right now today online. If you go to frankkern.com, click on the products tab, you'll see it, $3,997. You you can have it for free right now. This is a very limited offer, though, because this is an admittedly weird test, okay? But here's the thing. If you want to identify who your highest paying clients are going to be, if you want to identify your most valuable contribution to the market, like really what's the most profitable thing I can sell in terms of my services, in terms of my advice, what's going to really move the needle for people and really help people the most so they'll want to pay the most for it. And if you want to find perfect clients who are really more likely to pay you what you're worth and never hassle you, and you want to consistently attract those clients and convert them into sales, and you want to customize your business to suit your lifestyle, and you only want to do your highest value, most rewarding work, then, well, this class is for you. So, like I said, it's an online 6-week class, and here's what's in every week. First week, we plot your income goals. We identify your best prospect avatar. We find out really who is that person. Is your ideal person going to be a male, a female, married, divorced? What income do they make? What profession are they in? What are their problems? We're going to find out who they are, and then we're going to find out what's the best way to actually serve them. Is it one-on-one consulting? Is it coaching? Is it group coaching? Is it professional services? I'll walk you through every one of those business models, and I'll help you choose which one's right for you. So once you know who you want and how you're going to serve them, then we start going to work into attracting them. And so we begin in week number 2. And in week number 2, I show you how to create something that's critical, and that is confidence and authority. And the confidence is the confidence in their confidence, rather, in your ability to help them. So I'm not going to help you create self-confidence. I'm going to help you create confidence in your marketplace, in you. And I'm going to help you create authority. And we're going to do that in a very special way. It's a brand new training. I call it omnipresence. And it's all about being everywhere. And it's all about having authority positioning for clients. And it's all about positioning yourself as a premium brand, not built on air and empty promises and fancy graphics or whatever, but built on what I've walked you through today, built on your ability to demonstrate how good you are instead of empty hype and long, obnoxious sales pitches that are just filled with all kinds of big promises but are empty at the middle or empty at the end. Premium brand positioning is about having people say, you know what, that person knows what they're doing. And it's about helping them before they ever even have the chance to hear your pitch. And there's a formulaic way to do that. And there's a formulaic way to have that messaging always in front of your perfect target market constantly. They're going to see you everywhere, right? So week number 3, I'll show you now how to actually get them as prospects. And there's really 3 simple campaigns that we do that. So you know who they are. You know how to get in front of them. Week number 3 is how to turn them into prospects. And there's 3 campaigns. There's campaigns that deal with people who kind of already know you. It's called a low-hanging fruit campaign. There's another campaign I'll walk you through and teach you exactly how to deploy. That campaign is called a mid-level campaign, where they don't necessarily know you, but they have a problem and they want to have it solved, and you put your solution right in front of them. The third campaign is one that's called a cold campaign. They don't know you, they don't quite know they've got a problem yet, but they're still a little bit interested and they're searching around solutions. So I'll show you how to do all 3 of those because they're all 3 important. Week number 4 now is all about how to actually close the sale. So I walked you through this client-centric process. That's one of 3 methods that you can use to close a sale. There's a way to do it one-to-many, so you never talk to people one-on-one. There's a way to do it live in group session. There's all kinds of ways to close sales. I'm going to walk you through exactly what to do and what to say in week number 4. And week number 5, I'm going to teach you how to keep your clients happy. Like, what do you do when this works, right? Okay, you have some people coming in. They're paying you a lot of money. How do you know they're going to be happy? How do you make it worth your fee? You know it's worth it, but what can you do to really ensure that they are happy? Well, there's a way to do it. There's a framework for delivering group coaching. There's a framework for delivering one-on-one consulting that ensures they get results and ensures that they're happy and constantly resells them on the value of your services without you actually having to say anything about that. There's a formula for doing all of this. I'll show you how to keep your clients happy. And finally, in week number 6, I'll show you a new thing that we've been working on. It's called Sniper Traffic. And I really don't like that name, but it kind of fits because this is about not getting a gazillion visitors to your site. This is about unbelievably hyper-targeted advertising to people who are just on the edge of making a decision to buy things like yours. And it's really, really exciting. It's very high-tech, but you don't have to do anything high-tech. You basically click buttons and check boxes. But the technology behind it is amazing. And I'll show you how to use it because we're having great luck with it in our practice, and we want you to have it. So as you know, this class is available for sale right now on my website for $3,997. If you choose to pay that much for it, you're welcome to. But I literally want to give this to you today, right now, for free. So you're probably wondering, why would I do that? The simple answer is this is a blatant bribe to persuade you to try my new coaching program called the Frank Kern Inner Circle. When you're a member of the Frank Kern Inner Circle, every other week you get live video conferences where I personally coach you and help you get your business to where you want it to be. This means that I personally help you get your site reviewed by me. You can get personal help from me with your offer. I personally help you and tweak your copy. I personally help you improve and analyze your sales process. Anything you need, we do it together live every other week during these video conferences. Plus, every month, I send you a package with secret documents and secret hard drive. Included in that package is something called Get Money Now. Get Money Now is a fully deployable marketing campaign in a box. You're literally getting blueprints and process maps walking you through how to implement the campaign. Plus, you get a special hard drive with videos of me personally showing you how to use it, and you get the templates and the swipe files for all of the copy in the campaign itself. This means emails, sales letters, videos, you get it all. But on top of all this, you're also getting a newsletter mailed to you every month as well. The newsletter reveals the results of the massive tests that I'm running in my business and in clients' businesses every single month. I'm showing you what's working, how I'm creating extra revenue, where the new traffic sources are, and more. It's like an up-to-the-minute field report sent from the front lines of the cutting edge of internet marketing. You'll be looking over my shoulder as I test new offers, create new campaigns, write new ads and sales letters, and grow money. It's like getting a call from me personally every month, giving you a behind-the-scenes rundown of everything that's making the most money right now, and then showing you personally how to model it in your business fast and to really make it useful to you. You're also getting a hard drive every month with videos of me personally going over the examples I'm giving you in the newsletter. The only other way to have access to this information would be if you worked in my office shoulder to shoulder with me every single day. So you're probably wondering about the cost. Well, as a member, you get everything. You get 2 live video conferences, one every other week, where we analyze your copy, break down your sales process, and improve your offers. You're also getting the Get Money Now marketing campaign in a box mailed to you right to your door every single month. Plus, I'm sending you the Look Over My Shoulder newsletter and the hard drives with confidential videos where I personally help you implement everything for just $3.97 a month. And there's no contract, and you can cancel at any time. Plus, you still get to keep the entire client acquisition system, that is the entire 6-week training on how to find, attract, and convert your ideal clients, how to keep them happy, how to automate your marketing, everything. The system currently sells on my website for $3,997, and regardless of whether or not you decide to stay a member, you still get to keep it absolutely free. Now, let's talk about the membership dues. Like I said, it's just $3.97 a month, and yeah, it's not prohibitively expensive, but it's enough to keep the freebie-seeking knuckleheads and time wasters at bay. But for the right person, this membership should pay you. Think about this for a minute. Would it be worth $397 to have me personally create a marketing campaign for your business this month? Don't you think that if you deployed a campaign that I created for you, that you'd get a positive return on that $397 investment? If you're like most people, you'd tell me you'd probably pay for your membership several years over just with the proceeds from one campaign. You would probably tell me that everything else after that one campaign would be gravy. And that's why I'm sending you a complete marketing campaign in a box every single month. I want to make sure this is an absolute no-brainer for you. Plus, I really enjoy doing it, and I take a lot of pride in helping my members win big. So think about it this way. Would it be worth $397 for you to come spend an entire month looking over my shoulder, having me walk you through every email, every ad, every sales letter, personally showing you what's working best and helping you deploy it in your business? Well, the newsletter and hard drives that I mail to you every month are meant to give you that exact same experience and, more importantly, that exact same result. And here's something else to consider. Would it be worth $397 to jump online with me twice a month and have me review your marketing? That's what we do in the live video conferences every other week for members members only. Plus, during those conferences, you can see your fellow members and get ideas from what's working well for them as well. If any of those scenarios sound like they might be valuable to you, then this is an absolute no-brainer, and that's why you should accept my bribe and become a member today. Remember, there's no contract and you can cancel at any time. Plus, you still get to keep the entire client acquisition system. This is the whole system that teaches you how to attract and convert your perfect clients. It normally sells for $3,997, but it's yours to keep regardless, absolutely free. And you know what? Here's something kind of funny about the cost of this membership. If you do the math, it's just $13.05 per day. Well, as we both know, that's really not very much money. And I did a search on Google for what can you buy for $13.05. The most compelling thing I found was 1,305 Tootsie Rolls at a school cafeteria. That was on a thread in Yahoo Answers. So I wonder, which would you rather have? 1,305 Tootsie Rolls and the dental bill that follows, or a ready-to-go marketing campaign that's created by me personally. Hey, let's face it, $13.05 isn't going to change your life. As a matter of fact, if you woke up tomorrow and you didn't have $13.05 in your bank, you probably wouldn't even notice that your balance had dropped by $13.05. But the work that we do together can literally change your business forever. So accept my generous bribe today and become a member. You'll be part of a small group of high performers across multiple industries that share valuable information the rest of the world never discovers. You'll discover the latest cutting-edge marketing strategies and tactics before your competitors ever even know what hit them. And you'll be able to take fresh, new campaigns that are created and tested by me personally and plug them into your business every single month. Plus, you get to connect with me and your fellow members every other week live on our members-only video conferences, so you can get the help, guidance, and focus that you need. Once you accept my offer and become a member today, remember, you're under no obligation to remain a member, and you can cancel at any time, and you can still keep all the gifts for free. Hey, speaking of gifts, there's one more thing I want to show you. When you accept this generous offer and become a member today, I'm not simply going to send you your first issue and say good luck. I really intend to over-deliver. So here's how I'm going to do it. When you get your welcome package in the mail, you'll notice there's a lot more to it than just a newsletter and some hard drives. In fact, this box, like you see in the picture, is the actual box I'm sending you in the mail. It's your welcome package as a new member for the Frank Kern Inner Circle. And inside this package are 4 brand new programs that no one has ever seen. They've never been sold at any price, and they've only ever been made available to brand new members. And I want to include them for you for free. The first program is called the Ultimate Offer Formula, and this comes with its own manual as well as its own external hard drive, complete with videos where I'm personally showing you how to craft offers that are irresistible. So in this training, I walk you through how to create a pitch that sells. Listen, there's no fluff to this, there's no messing around, it's just a rock-solid framework you can follow to create an offer for any product or service. It comes with a straightforward, no-frills workbook and a hard drive with video training from me personally, where I walk you through exactly what to do and say. You can use this formulaic process to create offers and sales pitches that work in sales videos, that work in sales letters, that work on webinars, that work over the phone, that even work from stage. I'll be showing you the 12-step offer template for creating irresistible offers on demand. You'll be discovering the safety net system for making prospects feel like buying from you is the right decision. I'm going to teach you the calm and confident approach for making a pitch without sounding salesy, intimidated, or weird or nervous. I'm also going to show you 3 ways to add urgency to any offer so you can make more sales in less time. And so much more. You can literally use this, like I said, in sales letters. You can use it in videos, webinars, in person, from stage, whatever. Here's the bottom line. Go through this training and you'll know how to pitch anything. You'll never be stuck staring at a blank screen wondering what to do, because I'm giving you a tried and true, vigorously tested framework that just flat out works. And hey, if you think about it, in many ways, our income is in direct proportion to the amount of offers we make. And that means the more offers you make, well, the more income you should be able to receive. So this training gives you a proven system for creating winning offers fast. But you know what? That's just the tip of the iceberg, because in your new member welcome kit, you're also getting a second brand new training. This one is called Advanced Closing, and it it teaches you how to use something called close stacking. Now, like all of the gifts that additionally come in your new member welcome package, this is brand new. It's designed to piggyback off of what you learn in the Ultimate Offer Formula, and it's designed to do one thing and one thing only, and that is compound the power of every single offer you make. So here's how it works. At the end of every offer, there is a close, right? That's the part where you ask your prospect to buy from you. Well, here's the thing. Hardcore marketers that really make the most sales, they know that the close is really just the beginning of the selling process. And that's why I created this process called close stacking. It's a series of 7 different frameworks that you can use to keep selling after you have made your original pitch, all of it in the same sales presentation. Think of them as a reclose. It's a way to restate your offer, overcome objections, and resell over and over again, all in the same pitch. I've never publicly taught this before, yet it's been one of my secret weapons for almost 17 years straight. So in this training, which of course comes with a manual and its own hard drive and its own videos, you're going to discover things like the price buster method for killing the no money objection before you ever even hear it, even if you're selling something expensive. I'll also teach you the emotional expansion method for linking your product to your prospect's most powerful driving emotions. I'll also teach you the apples to oranges close for repitching your offer and eliminating comparison to your competitors. And look, this is especially good for prospects who have quote unquote heard it all before. You're also going to learn how to create an emotional time machine and put your prospects into a buying frame of mind, and so much more, including scripts, demonstrations, and frameworks. I'm literally giving you the exact framework for each close, even scripting sample closes for you, telling you exactly what to say and how to say it and when. This training comes with a no-frills, get-it-done right now workbook and, of course, a hard drive with videos of me personally walking you through how to do everything. It's just like having me in your office with you as you craft a pitch, looking over your shoulder and telling you what to say next. For some people, this one training will pay for years of membership just by itself, but naturally, we're not stopping there, because within your new member welcome kit, I'm also giving you another training. It's called Power Positioning. Power Positioning is actually 2 products in one. You're getting 2 workbooks. One's called Power Positioning and one is called The Big Idea, and you're getting 2 hard drives with video trainings on it. Listen, here's how it works. Have you ever wondered why some industry leaders seem to effortlessly attract customers and clients? Have you ever wondered why some companies are able to charge several times more than their competition without even really trying to make sales? And have you ever wondered why companies like Apple and Tesla, for example, have incredibly loyal and even evangelistic customers who stand in line for hours just to be able to buy the next product? Well, the answer lies in positioning. And in this training, you're going to discover exactly how to create your own power positioning in your marketplace so that your perfect customers will seek you out and happily ask to do business with you. In this training, I'm going to teach you the power of psychographic profiling and how to exploit it for a near instant bond with your market. I'm also going to show you how to use something called polarity to make yourself ultra magnetic to your ideal prospects. You're also going to learn exactly what uniform and language patterns to use. Yes, I'm literally going to tell you, according to what industry you're in and who you're trying to attract, how you should look and specifically what you should say. You're going to discover when it makes sense to use taboo subjects in your marketing, like religion, politics, and money. And I'll give you a hint, it's almost always, and so much more. Listen, if you want your prospects to know, like, and trust you before they ever even have a chance to see your sales pitch or buy from you, then this is for you. And if you want to be positioned as the premier person of influence in your market, perceived as the highest authority in your field, and become the most sought after person, company, or brand by your perfect target audience, then this is for you. It helps you discover exactly what to say and what to do to elevate your image, reputation, and overall position in your market so that you become irresistibly magnetic to your ideal customers who really matter. You know, I want you to think about this for a minute. Power positioning shows you how to be irresistibly magnetic to your ideal customers. And the ultimate offer formula shows you how to craft a winning offer for those customers on demand whenever you want. And in close stacking, you'll discover how to exponentially make every offer even more powerful by compounding the power of your own personal influence using the 7 different sales frameworks I personally walk you through. Imagine the effect these 3 trainings alone will have on your business. I created them specifically to be used together, so the effects of one will simply enhance the effects of the others, therefore making them even more powerful. And the reason I did that is because I believe that once you use what I'm giving you in these 3 trainings, you will now be ready for the 4th training. And as you can see on the screen, this is called Scale, the 6 magic steps to winning big. Look, you've seen it happen. Someone will enter a marketplace and they'll start out doing pretty well, and then the next thing you know, they're everywhere, right? Maybe you've seen it happen where it's been a competitor of yours, or maybe it was a friend of yours. Regardless, I can tell you one thing for sure. It was not luck. Going from small to giant online is really a matter of 2 things. Number 1, your thinking. Number 2, your systems. And I guess really number 3 would be your processes. And this 4th training I'm sending you takes all 3 of those and gets them perfectly aligned. In this training, I'm literally walking you through the exact mindset, marketing systems, and sales processes I've used to literally double my business in just under 7 months. Here's what's inside. I'm going to teach you the rental house method for making profits from paid media, ads like Facebook, Google, YouTube ads. I'm also going to show you the Warren Buffett approach to growing any business. And by the way, this has absolutely nothing to do with stocks. Another thing I'll teach you is the one simple shift that can instantly give you an edge over 99% of your competitors, even if they're bigger and more powerful than you. You're going to be discovering the compounder effect that's responsible for doubling my business in 7 months, and I'll be showing you exactly how to use it and when, and so much more. And here's something else you're really going to be happy about. This isn't about getting big in the sense of growing a big team, having a huge staff, having a ton of overhead, or anything like that. I doubt you got into business to have those types of headaches. Instead, this training is all about getting big in terms of sales and profits. So here's what I mean. A minute or so ago, I mentioned that I have literally doubled my business in the past few months. And what that means is I doubled my sales and my bottom line profits, but my team got actually smaller. So what this means is more sales, more revenue, and less headaches for me. So if that's what you're looking to accomplish, then this training is specifically for you. And listen, the reason I'm giving you these 4 brand new trainings is to really make your membership in the Kern Inner Circle as valuable and irreplaceable to you as possible. It's really important to me that when you get this and when you become a member, you think to yourself, this is the single best investment I have ever made in my business. So here's what it looks like, the whole package laid out for you. And this is, of course, in addition to the client acquisition system training that is yours to keep today for free, that normally sells, as you know, for $3,997. You get instant access to it right now today when you take me up on this incredible offer to become a member of the Frank Kern Inner Circle. And naturally, of course, we're going to rush you your new member welcome kit. That includes these 4 additional trainings, which you also get to keep, of course, for free as a brand new member. These are all gifts to you for becoming a new member, and naturally included in this is your first month's issue. So this is an incredible bargain. This is a great offer, and of course, it is extremely limited. So as you can see on this page, there's a timer. When the timer hits 0, this offer has expired. So once you go ahead, take me up on this generous offer and become a member today, I'm 100% certain that you'll be glad you did. And of course, there's no obligation to stay. There's no contract, and you can cancel at any time. So go ahead, join us right now today. Take advantage of this great offer, and I look forward to seeing you on our live video conferences. Thanks so much for watching this, and have a great day.